2, drink water. Don't drink and drive.
Game over.
Take it light. Okay.
Now you're more fluent.
He's got 3.
Up, Bears.
So this is really good right here. Absolutely. Let's do it.
Now's the time I figure out to like start messing around with my mic.
I was gonna say right when we go live, but hey,
I'm like, I don't like this is loose. Like it's, but I can't have it like that. That's just kind of weird. I don't know how to fix this right now. Oh, there we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mic check. Yo, what's going on, Jay? How you doing, man?
we're doing all right. Long weekend for a lot of people.
It's pretty much a long weekend for everybody.
Everyone, I guess for everyone. Yeah, I guess some people. I don't know.
Everyone in at least Canada and North and the U.S. North America, at least is yeah. There's other places too. I want to say like England and some other places have Labor Day.
Same time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What the hell do I know? I don't know. I know what holidays I can take off. Those are the ones that I focus on. I heard there's an event that you're missing tonight.
There's a couple. I mean, I usually
shout it out. Is there like someone's sitting at home like, oh shit, I forgot.
I mean, not really. Usually it's Thursday, Friday, Saturdays.
Latin fever's going on at Meow. I don't know. That's how.
I mean, no, just like a club night event. Obviously Sundays don't do it usually, but because it's a long weekend, supposed to. But, we got a team taking care of it, so it's cool. But, if you guys ever want to go out, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night in Toronto, hit your boy up. Best table in the city, best atmosphere.
There you go. Not that he's ever invited me or given me anything, but
I'm just saying, do you want to be surrounded by 22-year-old? 22-year-old. That's what I'm saying. 22-year-old girls show Mrs. Lewin, hey, we outside. I don't know if that's the vibe.
No,
exactly.
I have no interest in because I'm going to hear a bunch of stuff that I'm like, you're an idiot, and it's just I don't.
Especially next week is going to be a Frosh week in TIFF, so that's just annoying. It's like you have yeah, right. The first timers, and you have the TIFF crowd is.
Yeah, no. Sorry, that's just not gonna work. To import AI, let me just quickly say, we're not going to Game 5 and Game 6 tonight because we've established, without a shadow of a doubt, without having to go to Game 5 and Game 6 against the Magic, that the Cavs absolutely had a chance and should have won that series as the team that was the number one seed in the NBA, won 6 games, and they had more. The other team was missing their all-star point guard, more than enough opportunity, and they blew it. So I'm jumping a little bit ahead. We're jumping ahead to the Boston first Cavs the next year to show you how LeBron screwed that up.
There's no way. I mean, LeBron again was. I mean, he could still make. I mean, I'd have to go look at details again. You could still make a case he was the best player in the series.
A best player?
That case we made in that series. I mean, again, I want to go back. I'm not remembering that series off the top of my head. But the series where the last one before he left to Miami.
Yeah. You think he was the best player in that series?
I'm still thinking.
So let me just recap that series quickly, and then because we're gonna do Game 4, and if required, we'll jump into Game 5 and Game 6. So check it out. So let me pull my memory ain't what it used to be. So Game 1, a lot of these games were blowouts, by the way. In Game 1, Cavs win 101-93. They're up 1-0 in the series.
Stat lines.
No, I don't have that handy. They won. Gotcha. Game 2, blowout. They lose 104-86. I didn't really go into the blowouts
I hear you
in depth, but I can. But it was like when you lose by 20 points. But I'll pull that up real quick. Game 3, the Cavs win 124-95. So again, just like in Game 2, it was a blowout, so I didn't really look. Game 4 is the first kind of, for lack of a better term, close game, 97-87. So it's a 10-point game. We're going to dive into that. And then if required, when you say he's the best game of the series, let me just quickly, in games 5 and 6. So they're up, just remember, they're up 2-1. They lose game 4, game 5, game 6. So they lose 3 games in a row. We're going to look at this one. But just so you know, for game 5, they lose 120, 88. So it's another blowout. Huge blowout, 32-point blowout. However, because you asked the stat line, that one I happen to have handy. 3 of 14, 21% from the field, 0% from 3.
I'm trying to guess Boston was just swarming him defensively.
75% from the free throw line. I guess they were swarming him there too. In game 6, well, we're going to look. That's where we're going to watch games 4, 5, and 6. Game 6, so the closeout game, right? You're going to remember, 27 points, 19 rebounds. This triple-double. That's crazy. 38% from the field and 5 turnovers.
So I'm looking at the series. Now I'm looking at the series averages. The second highest scoring player for the Cavs was 37-year-old Shaquille O'Neal. That tells me everything right there. If your second highest scoring player is 37-year-old Shaquille O'Neal, but even it gets better. Mo Williams, third.
Maybe when he was shooting 20%, he should have passed more. I thought he was passed.
Oh, no, but that's the thing. He was passed. But guess what, though? Mo Williams shot 40% from the field. Antoine Jameson, 42% from the field.
Better than him.
Delonte West. No, actually, LeBron shot 44% from the field. He shot better than for the series. I'm saying for the series.
We're talking about the losses. We're talking about the losses.
Sure.
We love to applaud the wins, and no one ever wants to look. And that's why call me negative, call me whatever you want, but I don't look at the 6 times that Jordan won. I don't look at the 4 times that LeBron won, although I do, but you never hear me say, 6-0. I don't say that because I want to look at what was there opportunities to win that were factors that it was your fault. Because listen, it's a team game. There's times when it's like it's not your fault that you can't win every single time. Like even Bill Russell lost to Bob Pettit in the finals in the St. Louis Hawks, even with his record of 11 titles in 13 years, lost to Wilt Chamberlain and the Warriors in the first or second round, whatever. Like that stuff happens. I'm not.
We're gonna do this with Jordan Series 2. After
yeah. This all started because of the JJ Redick thing. But
did Anthony Edwards pile onto it, or is that a whole other thing? What Anthony Edwards was saying.
What Anthony Edwards is an idiot.
Yeah, I just think it's again that I never liked the whole idea of just bashing
the fact that this is why guys like Anthony Edwards completely discredit all players, right? Because people want to say, well, they're in the NBA, they know more than you. Yep. Well, when guys like Anthony Edwards come out and say there was no other skilled player in a time when there was Hakeem Olajuwon. Like I don't even have to.
100%. Yeah, that's just a very stupid thing to say.
There was like, if you look at Rod Strickland, the way that he could. Don't forget the rules were different too. The way that he could handle the ball, like there was so so many. I mean, 100%. It's. I don't even think. I don't know if he admitted. Did he watch him? Like I don't think he took. Even no, he said no. That's the funny. That's why it's not funny because people take the quote and right after him saying, "Oh, they had no skill," but to be honest, I never watched. How the hell? How do you know that?
He's just talking. He's a young guy talking. That's all. Really, it's not really saying much.
The game we're going to watch as we do. We go into the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point loss.
Okay.
We're going to talk about some other stuff first, and then we'll jump in. 10-point loss going into the fourth quarter. The Cavs are down by 2. You asked for the stat line. 7 of 18, so 30, just under 39%. 0% from 3. 72%. I'll round up. I really like LeBron, so I'll round up. 73% from the free throw line. 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 22 points. But he got a game where Anthony Parker, every starter had double digits. 10 for Parker, 14 for Jameson, 13 for Mo Williams, 17. You're knocking Shaq, but that was Boston's weakness. I would have given Shaq, even at 100 years old, more than 9 field goal attempts. He was 5 of 9.
I mean,
They had no answer for him.
Kendrick Perkins was the primary defender. I don't think maybe it was KG.
Exactly. Right. It's another bad game plan. Anderson Varejao went 3 for 4. Okay, he didn't 25 minutes. Delonte West needs to be shot. Coming off the bench going over 7 is just ridiculous. Like, just what a waste.
And we know the rumors are going on that series.
Yes, well, there's that too. LeBron -10. Of all the starters, he has the worst plus minus. Now, granted, he also played the most minutes, 1 minute more than Anthony Parker. And again, this isn't knocking LeBron. It's just we're talking about, were there opportunities to be better? Like, even when you get swept, right? Like, I always say this. In 2007, everyone's like, oh, they got swept. Well, Spurs were a much better team, and they didn't have, I believe it was Larry Hughes at that time. Larry Hughes? I believe it was Larry Hughes.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, 100%. Spurs should have won. Should they have gotten swept? No. Why did they get swept? Well, because they were the better team, the Spurs were. And in those 2-point games, those 1-point games, because there was quite a few games that were 3 points or less, LeBron shoots 60% from the free throw line, shoots 20% from 3. And as much as everyone's like wants to say, oh, they were swarming him.
Tim Duncan basically said it, right? The whole game plan was to stop LeBron.
He said it tongue in cheek. He said it as a joke, because go watch the game. Every time LeBron was in the post, it was one-on-one with Bruce Bowen, because they knew he couldn't post up. Every time
LeBron's post game wasn't developed at that time, no, for sure.
But they're here. Oh, you're automatically into the excuse mode. Oh, well, his post game wasn't set up then. Then don't do it.
Yeah, that was a flaw in his game. You can say
don't
that.
do it. Then don't post up. Every time he was outside the 3-point line, Bruce Bowen just stepped back and let him shoot. And everyone's, well, he didn't have a 3-point shot then. Then don't let him shoot. And I think, again, I'm going to get grief for this, and I don't give a shit. Everybody looks at LeBron, and I think you do this too. I'm being honest. You look at LeBron and you take everything he's done well in his 21 years, and you make it into one player. And you say, look, he can do everything. No, he couldn't shoot threes until now. Period.
Not now. He shot the 40% from 3 in Miami. That year.
Once.
He was a respect. 2018. You had to respect this 3.
Let me ask you this. When people talk about LeBron, they say he's got no weaknesses. Can post up.
I don't think that's true for any player.
Shoot. Thank you.
I don't think that's true for any player.
He can shoot 3. He can get to the basket. He can defend. He can guard all 5 positions, which he can't, by the way.
It depends on the player. Obviously.
No, he cannot guard a true center.
See, but what are you saying is a true center? If a guy is playing center, Thiago Splitter, Tim Duncan, he was guarding those guys when he was playing this first series.
A 6'8" dude playing center isn't a true center, and respectfully, you could guard Thiago Splitter. So unless it's one thing to say he's guarding, like I'm on Thiago Splitter. Well, he's not an offensive threat. That's like saying I'm guarding Russell Westbrook. Watch me shut him down from 3. Huh? You don't have to guard him. He can shoot. Let him shoot 3s all day.
I think when he was guarding 5s, the quote unquote.
Okay, who are the best 5s in 2013?
2013. I want to say Dwight was still.
Could he guard Dwight?
Could he guard Dwight? Did I see him guard Dwight?
No. Not if you saw him guard Dwight. Anybody can say.
Can he guard Dwight? Strong.
The answer is no.
You think Dwight? I think he can make Dwight work. I like LeBron's not weak. I don't think Dwight's not that strong where he's just destroying LeBron.
No one said he was. Could he guard Dwight Howard for a whole game?
Bro, now we're adding so many caveats to hold.
No, it's no caveats. That's what guarding is. Can you guard that? When you say you can guard all 5 positions, it doesn't mean can I on a switch stay on. It's
for a quarter when you're needed to.
It's as dumb as people who say JJ Barea locked him down in 2011, just because on a couple of switches JJ Barea was on him and he got him to brick and he got him to take an offensive foul. That doesn't mean he was guarding him and doing a good job. Would you say JJ Barea could guard LeBron?
No, of course not. Yeah,
I got more clips. I got more clips of JJ Barea doing a good job on LeBron than I do of LeBron handling all 5 positions.
Al Horford. You said Al Horford a 5? Because he was playing a lot of 5.
Al Horford's a 4.
He's a 4, but he was playing a lot of 5. You understand? But that's like now we're debating who's a 4, who's a 5.
No,
like
but
I just said, do I think LeBron's guarding Alonzo Mourning?
It's not a debate, but that's my point. Okay, let's use where there was more centers. Could he guard Shaq? Could he guard Hakeem? Could he guard Patrick Ewing? Could he guard Alonzo?
You know what? Hakeem versus LeBron. Hold on. Hakeem was not that strong. She's not bodying LeBron down.
Are you crazy?
Not bodying LeBron down. I'm telling you, LeBron could guard Hakeem. I'm gonna say that right now. LeBron could guard Hakeem. LeBron could be at 6'8", 6'9". Yes.
LeBron Shaq at 7'2" couldn't guard Hakeem.
LeBron's a better defender than Shaq.
At the center position, he is not.
He's a lot more agile, and the reason why and hold on, a lot of those fakes and footwork that Shaq would go for, LeBron will go for that.
Yes,
we're talking peak LeBron 2013, 14 LeBron.
LeBron you put on.
Yeah, I'm taking LeBron. LeBron, you know what I say? LeBron might be one of the best guys to guard Hakeem Olajuwon. Really thinking about it.
You know Hakeem Olajuwon could shoot, right?
100%. And LeBron's gonna be right up there with him.
He's gonna shoot right over him. He's 7'2" with long arms.
And LeBron can fly. LeBron can get up there. LeBron, you tell me LeBron couldn't block Hakeem Olajuwon?
I'm telling you, he wouldn't, because the second he went for one of his pump fakes where he'd have to take off early enough to block him, Hakeem would dip under him.
Too smart for that. Too smart for that. Those pump fakes ain't working on LeBron.
But
not working on LeBron.
LeBron is not smart.
Oh, the defensive IQ, LeBron. Stop it.
He's not smart. He's not smart. He's not smart. You know how I know he's not smart? Because I see him playing defense where he stands there and watch a guy drive right past him. You know how I know he's not as smart as y'all think he is? I see him pick up the ball and start walking with it and forgetting to dribble. That's not smart, guys. Those are 1-2 instances. This myth that he has this
reciting plays, understanding what the other team's going to do.
He has a good memory. My son can recap plays. That doesn't mean he's a good defender.
Wait, understanding what the other team's going to do, how to counter it. His basketball's like he's insane.
It's actually not, because you know why? There's no way you can prove it. There's no measurement of it. Your only way of saying it is, well, because I've heard him recap plays. Oh, I heard him say they were going to run this play.
You think the way someone plays basketball can showcase their high basketball IQ?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And I think so LeBron, with his playmaking, facilitating, passing.
Like, for example, let me give you an example of someone else that you're not emotionally invested in. Kobe Bryant knows the game of basketball, or knew the game of basketball, better than anyone else. Better than LeBron.
I mean, look, I think he's up there. I think Rajon Rondo's up there.
No. I'm not asking a question. I'm telling you something. Kobe Bryant knew the game of basketball better than anyone else ever, period. However,
because he studied the game?
Yeah, because he studied the game. He knew angles and positioning and footwork better than anyone.
Actually, the way he talks about basketball in his interviews, I can definitely see that.
Better than anyone. But you know what? What did he do on the court? Took bad shots, made bad plays, was inefficient. So just because you happen to know it and study it and say it, that IQ, if it doesn't translate on the court, so LeBron might be able to recite every single play over the last 20 minutes of a game, but if he picks up the ball and starts walking with it, no, that's a knock on your IQ. If you are playing defense and you stand there and watch a guy go by you, you weren't in the right position.
But I think there's instances where he understood what the defense, or what the offense was going to, what play they were going to run, what they're coming with, and he was able to make a defensive adjustment and make the stop, whether it's getting a block, a steal, telling his teammates to go there. So I think it works both ways. Yes, he has defensive lapses on plays, but he's also had situations where he's got the big steal, the big block.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So what do you think would happen when he had those lapses against Olajuwon?
I mean, but the lapses you're talking about more so, I think him maybe quote unquote resting on defense, not one-on-one lapses.
Hypothetical? Okay, it's hypothetical. Tell me a superstar center that he did a good job defending.
Pau Gasol was a 4. No one guarded him. Superstar 5s.
Even when it's the point guards, he did a great job on Derrick Rose in short spurts, but he couldn't guard a fast point guard for an entire game. Couldn't. He could do it in spurts.
Yeah, like in the fourth quarter, he would do the fourth quarter on Derrick Rose.
I give you in spurts. 100%. But he can't do that all game. He would use so much energy that he'd be useless on offense.
That's the thing, though. Exactly. Like the amount of energy he'd have to exert on a quick, fast guard like that at his size, do it the whole game. I can understand 100%. But except like in a fourth quarter, I think he can guard all 5 positions just for a fourth quarter.
I will
And then
give
left.
you I will give you 2, 3, and 4. 100%. He can guard those 3. And he could guard certain point guards for just the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And he couldn't guard any above average center.
You think in the 2010s he could? I think he could guard maybe 80% of the centers of the 2010s.
But yeah, that's because there isn't any good centers. That's like today. Like today, right? Like today, he couldn't guard the elite centers, which are Jokic, Embiid, and that's really it.
Hey, I've seen him make Jokic work. Again, Jokic's going to get his.
Listen,
even at his old age, I've seen
guard Jokic. If he could guard Jokic, he would have been guarding Jokic, and they wouldn't have gotten swept. And then they wouldn't have gone in 5 if he could guard Jokic, because Jokic is the only player on that team that can hurt them. Period. If you stop Jokic, you beat Denver. So respectfully, if he could stop Jokic, he would. And then it's Embiid, which I'd actually think he'd have a tougher time against Embiid because Embiid has more.
He's just a little bigger body, a little more banging down.
But then after those two,
after those two, he could basically guard. I think any other 5, like DeAndre Ayton, I think he can guard, and he's a very skilled man. I think he can guard.
He's a terrible center. He's garbage. He's garbage. He's garbage.
All-star caliber center. I'm trying to think right now.
The only other one is Bam, but Bam is 6'8", so they're the same size. So he's not a center.
But Bam's considered an elite.
But he's
an elite center.
He's
it's a bonus.
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't power forward. Like I get it. That's the problem. Right now, there's no elite centers with a couple of exceptions.
So in LeBron's era, he could guard 1 through 5 because those guys he could guard.
In his era, in his era, he could guard for the 1 quarter. Yes, he could guard almost.
I think he could guard if they needed him to. Again, you'd have to build your lineup that way. Guarding a guy like Sabonis, Ayton, Bam.
Yeah,
those guys can guard him for a game. I think. I don't even think that'd be that difficult.
Yeah, those guys. Sure. Yeah. But look at what you're saying. Those are all undersized, non-great centers. So
non-traditional, you could say.
How much offense? All the guys you named. How much offensive game do they have? Nowhere near Hakeem.
Hold on. Yeah, not near Hakeem, but Sabonis and Ayton are better offensive players than Alonzo Mourning.
I think you're giving Ayton way too much credit. Put him even in the same sentence as Sabonis. I'll be honest.
Look, Sabonis is more, but I think Ayton is very skilled. He just like any sort of physicality on Ayton, he just falls apart.
He'd fold like a cheap suit. But that's the way the league is now. Yes, sure. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I guess in this era, okay, you can give him it. I don't think he could guard. Could he guard Steph? No, he put Kevin Love on Steph when it mattered most.
Oh, hold on, that was because that was because it was a switch. They were switching. That was the game plan. I think he could guard Steph. Yes, but wait, do I want LeBron running around chasing Steph for an entire game? Probably not.
Of course,
probably not. Yeah. I mean, like 28 LeBron maybe.
And that's the thing when you get into the conversation. Oh, he can guard 1 through 5. Well, no, yes and no.
It is almost like yes and no.
Because anyone could technically guard 1 through 5. Technically,
anybody could switch. Yeah.
Like, what kind of job would they do on them? Again, if it's not for an entire game, pick another player, right? Like
Fluent, like you said though, what matters? That fourth quarter. Quarter. You love the fourth quarter. What they do with fourth quarters.
Absolutely. Magic. Could Magic guard 1 through 5? Yep. He could
guard at an elite level. No. I don't think he's guarding anything at elite level. So Magic's not.
No, he couldn't. But that's exactly my point.
Do I think Scottie Pippen and LeBron's era can do?
You never said elite level. The only person I've ever seen who could guard 1 through 5 at an elite level is Dennis Rodman.
I think Scottie Pippen is actually better than Dennis Rodman defensively.
I don't think Pippen could guard the centers. Again, of his era. I don't think he
could. Of his era for sure. No.
1 through 4, he could do it. But I've seen, now granted, Magic isn't fast. However, I've seen if I give you the list of the players that Dennis Rodman had to guard and did a good job, good to great job against. Okay. Just listen to the list. And there's more, but this is why I say 1 through 5. Magic, and I get it. Magic is a bigger guard. I get it. But Magic, Jordan, Bird, Malone,
Mhm.
Shaq.
I
No one has a resume like that. No one has a resume like that. None.
I'd want to go back and see how he fared against Malone and Shaq.
He did phenomenal against Malone, got in his head and made him make.
Really? I thought Malone would just use those big shoulders, boom, get in there every time.
You would think,
right?
he did a great job against Malone, and he did a surprisingly really, really good. I was shocked. He did a really, really good job against Shaq. Like, I mean, excellent job against Shaq.
Orlando Shaq,
yeah.
Orlando Shaq, yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando Shaq, I could definitely see him 100% holding his own. The Malone thing, I'm just really shocked by. I have to go back and really kind of watch.
Go watch any 97, 98, either final. But even before that,
I just think like Pippen at an elite level can guard the 1, 2, and 3 at like all time levels.
yes.
I don't know if Rodman can guard that. You know what I mean? 1, 2, and 3 at that level.
I think Pippen would guard the 1 and 2 better than Rodman, but Rodman guards the 3, 4, 5 better than Pippen. So when I look at it holistically,
even Pippen's dominating threes. I don't know if there's anybody up there over threes. You put Pippen on any of the.
Hold on. Well, Pippen on LeBron. Who would do a better job, Rodman or Pippen?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'm
thinking about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
It's not tough. It would be Rodman who would do a better job. It would be Rodman who.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not going to say that's wrong. I definitely can't say that's wrong. It's
just imagine you got what was the dude, Lance Stevenson. You got the guy blowing in his ear and being big enough to body him and quick enough to stay with him. Okay,
are you talking Detroit Rodman at his peak defensive?
Yeah,
right. That's something. Yeah, Detroit Rodman for sure. I think he was the best version of Rodman defensively.
Yeah, Rodman. Listen, Rodman defensively just did whatever it took. Right? It wasn't always pretty. And here's another thing. He's another guy who has a super, super high IQ. Do you know how hard the triangle offense is?
No,
here's how difficult it is. LeBron can't get it. As smart as he is, he doesn't get it. Rodman picked it up in 2 days.
I mean, that's impressive picking up any.
Rodman would watch his teammates shoot the ball and count how many rotations before it hit the rim. Because he knew, based on how many rotations and where it was shot from, after it missed, what direction it would go to, and that's why he was like, he was already there waiting for the rebound.
Getting all those rebounds. Mm-hmm.
That, like, listen, it might not have been all of basketball, but when it came to certain pieces, rebounding specifically, no, I don't think anyone, because of his crazy stuff, I don't think anyone gave him enough credit.
That's fair as a rebounding. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, just as a rebound. He is. That's why I actually really love the comparison that they're making between Angel Reese and Dennis Rodman.
I actually don't mind that.
She is a rebounding machine. It's
no offensive game. Yeah,
she has no offensive game. Do you understand? I know we'll go with WNBA for 30 seconds, then we're going to get into Game 4 of Boston and Cleveland 2010, break down LeBron and the Cavs game. Do you know that the percentage of layups that she makes she has a lower field goal percentage on layups than Caitlin Clark has on 3-point shots?
Yeah, that's absurd. That's just wild. I read that somewhere. I think it was a tweet. Yeah, I mean, the Twitterverse go crazy on Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. People be going back and forth on that. Again, I don't even think it's a debate, but
it's not a debate. It's become, Aaron, how you doing? What's good? It's become, a thing we don't want to do. It's become a racial.
It's become a racial conversation. How athletes are marketing this and that. Yeah.
Like here, and what's interesting is, if you remember, a month before the All-Star break or the Olympic break, before the Olympic break, everybody on ESPN, well, at least the ones that were talking Angel Reese. Well, Angel Reese gets the nod because Chicago has a better record. So, when it comes to Rookie of the Year, your team's record matters. But now that Indiana's, 5.5 games ahead of Chicago in the standings, it's not about the standings. It's about, look how she's dominating the WNBA. She broke the record for most rebounds in a season. And even if you took away all of the rebounds that were off her own misses, she still is leading in rebound, or no, second in total rebounds, first in offensive rebounds. And that's amazing. That is a phenomenal skill to have.
It is for sure.
But would you ever compare Dennis Rodman to Steph Curry?
No, absolutely
Michael
not.
Jordan?
No,
To LeBron James?
and she's not even the number one option on her team. I mean, Charity Carter is clearly the number one option, while Caitlin Clark is the number one option as a playmaker, scorer.
Check out
facilitator.
the here. It's actually better than me telling you, because let me, if I can, yes, here we go. Instead of telling you, let me show you, because that's how crazy this is. If I can, hold on. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, saw this. It's not even a conversation.
It's, hold on. I think there's more. Hold on. There's more. I try to minimize it so you can see it all. I think there we go. Okay, so check this out. They both played 31 games. Points 13 to 18. And look, it's not all about stats, of course. However, rebounds 13 to 6. Assists 8 to 2. Again, I'm rounding up and down. More steals, more blocks, higher field goal percentage, higher 3-point percentage, higher free throw. Like literally every statistical category, with the exception of rebounds, which is, you're comparing a center to a point guard. With the exception of rebounds, she literally dominates her in everything. It's like it's actually insulting. If you did this for any other player, if you compared those statistics if you did that for anybody else, they'd be like, "Are you crazy? That, like, what do you do? That's not a."
I don't think people realize that field goal percentage difference, knowing the type of shots Caitlin Clark is taking versus Angel Reese, for it to be that is crazy. I don't think people, because people see that number, cool, but then if you look at the positions that they're playing and where those shots are coming from, that is absolutely nuts. And the fact that Caitlin Clark's getting more blocks than you too, that's a little absurd, because Angel Reese is always inside. That's, to me, that's
But that's what I'm. Literally all she does is rebound. And look, is she rebounding better than anyone ever in the history of the WNBA? Yep, she's breaking all those records, 100%. That doesn't make you. That doesn't. That's awesome, but that doesn't make you a better basketball, like complete basketball player. It's like not even close. So that being said, let's jump into what everyone's actually wants to see. Game 4, Celtics. We've already proved Cavs should have beat the Magic. It was not a insurmountable lead that no one could ever get by. So let's get into this game. Anything before we jump into this game?
Want to say anything else exciting happened this week in the world of sports? Oh, rest in peace, Johnny Gaudreau. No, 2 hockey players. You heard, right?
What?
You heard the 2 NHL hockey players in New Jersey. They're going to their sister's wedding, riding their bike, drunk driver, boom.
No.
Crazy. Yeah, Johnny Hockey. It's big. So I mean, basically, so hit the equivalent to the type of player he'd be. I'd say like a Devin Booker. So imagine Devin Booker.
No, what? No,
yeah.
I only knew about Fat Man Scoop.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey, recipe.
But
It's crazy. So Johnny and Matthew, both brothers, plays in the NHL.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. All the families gathered and they were there for their sister's wedding, which was happening in like 2 days. They were groomsmen, and then for that to happen is, man.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Rest in peace. Right. Like I said, Johnny Hockey. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, that's horrible. I will say nothing until we get the game going, because that's I don't even know how to segue out of that one.
I hear you.
So this is starts. We're 8 seconds in.
Okay. Rondo, big steal. If I remember right, this was kind of Rondo's coming up party a little bit.
Wasn't that Tony Allen with the steal?
Was that Tony Allen or Rondo with the steal? I thought Tony Allen just finished the layup.
Yeah, from the steal from Tony Allen.
I thought Rondo made the steal. Okay, maybe it was Tony Allen.
You need me to zoom in?
Yeah, no, I'll make it big. I gotta make my screen bigger.
Okay.
Kick out. Ooh. That jump shot's so awkward there. You can see how it's kind of different now. It's like he almost.
So again, right there, that's a bad shot. That's a bad shot. Right off the bat, it's a bad shot, and I'm going to go back a second. Okay, and here's why it's a bad shot.
You think he should have drove it?
100% he should have drove it. He got his man off his feet.
Yep.
You know you're not a good 3-point shooter at this point. We all agree he's not a good 3-point shooter. You don't need 3 points. It's the beginning of the fourth quarter. You're only down 4. Right there. Boom. Go right by. Why not? Why aren't you going it? Is there a shot blocker there? Who's the shot blocker that he's afraid of?
Yeah, definitely no shot blocker in there right now.
Kendrick. Who is that? Big Baby?
Big Baby. Give me
any of those guys, and if any of even Shaq knows it, even though he knows he's not.
Yeah, you know, I can agree with you on there. He definitely should have drove it on that.
He knows that's a bad shot, and it's those combination of, because guess what? If he
I don't know if that's a bad shot or there was a better shot available.
It's an
open look, right? It's an open look. An open look, can we consider that a bad shot? Even if you're a 25% for 3.
Yes. An open look is a bad shot if you're not a good 3-point shooter. Let me ask you a question. How's your 3-point shooting?
Not good. I'm not taking that shot. I'm probably timing it because I know my limits. I know my.
So if you're left open, now in that case, he pump fake team got himself open. But if you're open for that, but you can't hit it, it's a bad shot. It's if you shoot 0% from 3, not that he shoots 0%, and you're open for a reason. Now, here's the other thing that it does. If he attacks the basket, which that's what he's actually good at, what happens? Well, Big Baby.
No, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, I was just saying Big Baby and I apologize.
You got Poe down there or no?
Is that Poe? Yeah, I couldn't see. You're either gonna go in for a dunk or a short little jumper, or they're gonna come off Shaq. Well, now you got Shaq for a dunk.
Okay, yeah, he could have played make like that. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
2 guys on him. Swing. Okay. Back to LeBron. What's he doing here? Boom. Look at the defense. They're all look at that. Look, everyone looking at LeBron.
Of course, that's every great player. Watch basketball. Every great player has that exact same attention. Every great player has that exact same attention.
That weighs a little much. Oh, that was a good look. Though.
That's a good look. That's on them. They should have made that. And the Boston's helping them.
Yeah, Boston has a couple turnovers here for sure.
Still a 4-point game here, right?
Yep.
That's still a 4-point game. Like, they got Big Baby giving them all kinds of room. Oh,
who's that?
JJ Hickson.
Hickson. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't pretty either.
Okay. Great example of his lapse on defense. So look who is the back. I don't know. Again, I don't mean to get overly technical, but let me with my cursor here. Did I go too far back?
I think so, a little bit.
Okay.
Just forward 5 seconds, or use your tab if you have a tab thing. Just forward 5 seconds at a time.
I don't have that.
No, just like the arrows. You know your arrow keys.
No.
Right arrow? No, just on your computer.
Oh, on here.
On your keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah, it just goes 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds.
So clever. Okay, so watch James. If you can see my cursor. Watch James here. Okay, we're focusing on James. Here he comes. He kicks it out. He's the back man, right?
He's the back man. Okay.
Oh, sorry. This was really too far back. Okay. So here he is. He comes up top. He kicks it out. Look, he's the top man.
Mm-hmm.
So once he sees, he's fading back. He's already like out of the offensive play. So he's the last man back.
Yeah, he's
the last man back.
Yep.
There should be no one behind him.
Okay, that was his job. He thought. Because
what are you worried? You're worried about Tony Allen? No,
I guess he should. I guess he should get all the way back. I mean, there seemed like the other body was close to Big Baby. I don't know if that was Delonte or somebody else.
That's because here he is. Look,
boom.
He's way up. Why is he guarding Tony Allen at the center? Like there's a fast break. You should be.
I should say, okay, so you want to be him
last back. Great pass, good catch, whatever. But What's Delonte West, respectfully, going to do against Big Baby?
True, not much. He's not going to do much.
No. So now we're at a 6-point game.
Okay.
If he's
drive. Ooh, I like that. You got to finish that. You got to finish that. You get fouled. Boom.
Oh, according to him, he always gets fouled every time he misses.
I feel like he does.
That's a missed trap. They should have trapped Tony Allen there.
What? Letting Tony Allen get that move off is crazy because Tony Allen is not like
listen,
that.
I got to be honest with you though. Look at Poe. He's not an offensive threat. He's taking himself out of it. That should have been right here, right there is a trap. That's a trap.
I can agree with that 100%.
And his offensive player isn't even playing.
Do you ever trap Tony Allen though? Like, are you that worried? What do you just think your defender?
If I have a player in the corner and my guy isn't a big shooter, yeah, I'm trapping him. Yeah, 100%. You got him in the corner. That's the perfect place to do it. He's not.
I hear you.
He's known for his defense, not his ball handling. And
yeah, which is why I don't think you need to trap a player like Tony Allen. I just think whichever guy's guarding him is most likely going to be fine. Oh my gosh, Big Baby's going to finishes like that. Can go back and see how that happened.
8-0 run.
That's crazy. Getting buckets from Tony Allen and then Big Baby Davis like that.
Yeah, that's horrible defense by JJ Hickson.
Yeah.
Horrible defense by JJ Hickson.
Yeah, you're feeling in Boston bench do that too. Oof. It's tough. Great find by Rondo. That's a great fake by Rondo.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also a great play by Rondo.
Yeah.
He fakes like he's gonna kick it out for a 3 and then drops it down to Big Baby, who's running, who's doing his job.
He was 100% doing his job. I didn't realize Rondo was their leading scorer this series. That's wild. Antoine. LeBron. Ooh.
I put that on Verjo.
Okay, I think
that's on Verjo. That's on Verjo. He's got to catch that.
Tony Allen again. Oh my gosh.
That's LeBron's guy.
That's I don't know what happened there.
That is his cover.
Turnover. You guys got to get back. I can't believe these guys are letting Tony Allen and Big Baby Davis beat them. They scored their last 6 or 8 points. Oh my gosh.
And now these guys are trying to do too much.
Yeah. I mean, good defense by the Celtics there. So, you know.
I think Mo was doing too much. You're not splitting this. You're not splitting double teams from the Celtics. Yeah. There's certain teams you can get away with it, not the Celtics.
I hear you. Rondo running with that second unit and getting amazing minutes from these guys I don't think it's credited enough for what he was doing there. What was that? Was that Pierce?
Yeah.
All right, Pierce a little miss. Antoine, we gotta make that.
Oh, LeBron's not gonna make it either, is he?
I mean, hey, I think Antoine James is probably.
You called. Just so you know, you called Rasheed Wallace Leonard Poe, and I let you do it. I let you do it.
I hadn't realized Rasheed
Shaq should be in the game, by the way. Just FYI.
I thought Wallace came the year after. I don't know.
There's some bad coaching. Bad coaching.
I think Antoine Jameson is probably the most underrated player of his generation. He was just
Antoine Jameson is the most overrated player of his generation.
I think underrated. You think he's overrated?
Yeah, he shouldn't be rated. So if you try to rate him,
wow, I just think he was an incredibly skilled scorer.
All right, let's see. Here he is. What's that? Paul Pierce on him?
Yeah, got Pierce on him. Couldn't get past him there. That's a good take. Okay, bucket finally.
It's that 8-0 run, and that's basketball, right? That 8-0 run. LeBron misses the 3, misses the layup. Bad shot by Jameson, a turnover by Verjo.
The Boston just getting buckets.
Two defensive lapses. Let's be fair. 2 defensive lapses by LeBron.
Coming back. Okay, yeah. Coming back on defense.
But I don't see, I don't see a nice play by Verja. I don't see, when we say he shot, 38%, I don't see smothering Celtic defense.
I mean, it's also every time he's taking a dribble,
like layup, like you better make this one.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but every time he's picks coming, he's about to go to the guy. You see all the other guys just kind of take a step in and realize it. What's not a pull? Like they take that step. You see their eyes there.
We're gonna watch other games from other players. You're gonna see the exact same thing.
Not at the level it happens to LeBron. I don't think that at the level happens to no, not the way they're just kind of focusing on LeBron.
You will see the same thing when it's again.
Ooh, give me a player, because it wasn't because with Kobe and the Lakers, it wasn't always like that because of their triangle system. I think teams understood you couldn't necessarily put all that focus on Kobe like that. Maybe in 06, it was a little different.
You'll see it. You'll see it when Kobe drives and he breaks the triangle. Like that's the thing with the triangle. You got to remember the triangle was about setup. Yeah. But when they didn't get the setup, it was Kobe or Michael. Okay, just go do it. Yeah. And so you'll see it. You'll see it with Curry. You'll see it with Kobe. You'll see it with any of the elite scorers. Heck, you'll see it with Carmelo. You'll see it with KD. If we're talking about current players, you'll see it with Anthony Edwards. You'll see it with who else? Luka. Like anyone that drives into the lane, like the way that again in that example, you're going to see 5 eyes on him because that's what they do. Like that's what you do. That's how you guard an elite player is you keep all 5 eyes on him. So when Duncan said, "How'd you stop LeBron?" Oh, all 5 of us guarded him. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that's what they do with every player.
I mean, I hear you, but even like Anthony Edwards, the way Denver was guarding him wasn't with 5 guys. That was not how they were guarding Anthony Edwards.
5 guys on eyes on.
Five eyes. I mean, sure. At times when he's at the top, but
respectfully, when LeBron drove there was 2 guys up at the 3-point line looking at him. You said, "Oh, look at the attention he's getting." Well, they weren't guarding him.
We gotta get past KG here, but it is KG. Boom.
No.
Boom. Good finish. And 1. Let's go. That's a good take. That's just good defense by KG. I'm not mad at that at all.
Yeah, there's and that's the thing. 1-on-1. Offense will always beat defense. 1-on-1 offense will always beat defense. I'll say it a million times.
That was a good help by Pierce.
And I'll say this: no, that was bullshit help.
You think that was bullshit? I think I don't know a foul situation. I saw earlier. I think
he's in foul trouble. He's in foul trouble.
Yeah, that's what it
is. That was Olay. He faked
put his armor. Yeah, he had to. Yeah, so you want to get another foul.
Yeah, he's in foul trouble, which I understand it. But here, watch. You'll see it better here. Yeah, he just reached with his hands like, oh.
I think Rashid is in foul trouble too or something because he didn't really jump to contest that. He just stepped in.
So there's 5-point game, 5 minutes left. Here's where you earn your paycheck.
That's true.
So let's see what happens.
Rashid, is that Rashid? Rashid on the block?
Yeah, Rashid. On Jameson. Misses Virgil rebound-ish. There you go. Okay, Mo Williams. I can just be a commentator. Mo Williams dribbles on the court, turns back, takes a step back, holding up his dribble, waiting for the play to develop, passes off to LeBron James at the baseline. LeBron James now on 20 Allen. Dribbles up to the foul line, kicks it back up to the corner. Anton James in one dribble, drives back to LeBron. LeBron with a missed layup.
Oh my God. Okay, that was a bad miss. Okay, he smoked that layup. He smoked that one.
Down by 5. He missed a wide open layup.
Yeah, no, he smoked that one.
Your goat.
It happens. You know what happens. Goats miss layups too sometimes. What are you going to do?
In the 4 minutes left in the 5-point game.
How many points did Tony Allen have this game? This is crazy. He's going to the free throw line now.
And look, Shaq's still on the bench.
Yeah.
Shaq was dominating this team. They don't have the size. I get it. He's 100 years old, but this. I don't put this on LeBron. I put this on bad coaching.
Tony Allen giving you 12 points is crazy on 5 for 6. That's actually crazy.
Tony gave you 12. That's what you're.
No. They just showed he had 12 right now before the free throws. Is he making these? Okay, no, he missed that one. I'm saying 5 for 6. Tony, with this Boston team with KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Tony Allen.
Tony Allen had 15. He has 15 points this game. 6 of 7 shooting, but he's their fourth leading scorer.
Yeah, so I'll tell you this. I don't know if there's a game in Boston when KG, Pierce, Allen are all there, where Tony Allen gives you 15 and to lose. I don't see a world where Tony Allen gives you 15 with those 3 there.
Well, I'll put it to you this way: only 4 players from the Celtics scored in double digits. Their starter center, Kendrick Perkins, gave them 0 on a night when you got, and that's why I say this is bad coaching. You got 17 from Shaq, but didn't play it, but only played him 27 minutes. You got 13 from Mo Williams, 14 from Antoine Jameson, 10 from Anthony Parker. The problem in this game, I'm sorry, and this is, I hate to say it, but and I'll say this, actually, I don't hate to say it because it's facts. The team that scores the most points, 2-point game, by the way, those missed layups. Those missed layups.
That missed layup definitely cost them there. I mean, the other one was like contested miss layup, one where he attacked the rim.
That's it. Tony Allen's not scoring any more points. Up 4 with 4 minutes left. Hold on, but this is why I say you have to value, in my eyes, you have to value certain things over other things. Okay, so in basketball, we've established the team that scores the most points wins 100% of the games. Mm-hmm. So this is the type of game where, as much as, oh, he's pass first, he's this, he's that, oh, look what else he did on the stat sheet. No, you need to win this game. You need to win this game. You're up 2-1. It's a road game that you have in hand. You're at the second goal. You're a 2-point game with 4 minutes left. Now it's a 4-point game with 4 minutes left.
You definitely see a noticeable difference. These are the types of
games where the best player has to score. And respectfully, they're not guarding him like a phenomenal job, and he puts up 22 on 39% shooting. I'm sorry, and he's missing layups.
I will say there's definitely a difference. You can see the difference in LeBron in this fourth quarter than even, let's say, the fourth quarters of the past 4, 5, 6 years, where LeBron is more give me the ball. He's a little more aggressive scoring too.
I don't believe LeBron became the LeBron we all think he's been for his whole career until 2012.
20. I mean, yeah, that definitely, obviously, it was a different LeBron.
Here, watch. Look, KG's on him. Like, Vergil wasn't open. He was more open for a shot there. And he should be driving past KG every time.
I was going to say, I'd rather him just drive past KG.
At this point in his career, he should be.
Without a doubt.
Because don't forget, he's got KG on him. The reason KG is on him is because Tony Allen's exhausted, and Paul Pierce and Sheed are in foul trouble. So go at them. Go at them. You're letting them off the hook by kicking it out to Vergil for a jump shot. Like, I'm sorry. That's, again, maybe that's coaching. Maybe that's strategy, scheme, whatever. It's not good.
I agree with that. I think, again, that's on LeBron. It's on Mike Brown. Like you said, coaching, strategy. Definitely want to go downhill, get the guys in more foul trouble, or get them out the game if they have 5.
I'm so happy that you showed me this arrow thing to move forward 5 minutes. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but we have super chats and super thanks, and you can become a member of SportsLearn and get some cool merch and cool perks. So, send us a super chat, damn it. What if you were to become a member of a YouTube channel? What's the one thing that you'd be like, oh, I would pay whatever dollars amount a month if they would let me do what? What would the one thing be?
If I want to become a member of a YouTube channel, one, if it was like a channel I really want to kind of talk to the guys, come up on the channel, right?
Our premium package, come on whenever you want.
Yeah, come on, there you go, come on whenever you want, or get like a T-shirt or hoodie, or at least in a giveaway of some sort. That you get a ticket. Okay. Maybe every month you give away one sweater or T-shirt, and all the members are put in a raffle. One guy a month gets it.
What if I do this? What if everyone who becomes a standard member, which I think is like $4 or $5, they get we'll do that. That's a good idea. All the standard members every month get thrown into a raffle to get a hoodie or a T-shirt from our wide selection. Or that. The second level, tier 2, your name's put in for $100 cash prize.
There you go.
And tier 3, Tier 3, we'll do a raffle. Oh no, you get to come up whenever you want to do. Because we can even make a custom shirt for you.
Oh yeah, you got
So you
that.
can even have a shirt that says, like, let's say your name's Bob. We'll make you a shirt that says Bob's more fluent, or
There it
Bob chills with Chilltown, like whatever. Any of the shows that's on here.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's
5
solid,
point. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go in and edit our membership packages. That's all right. I was talking and I missed.
Wait, that was just the capture that got the rebound there as a team. I think I'm with you. Not looking back, it seems like I don't know if like Hack Shack was, maybe that was a thing they knew they were gonna do. Maybe Shaq should have been out there.
Well, then do it when you got Rasheed Wallace and Paul Pierce and these guys in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Do it. Like they had.
That was such a find. Rondo, some clutch plays this.
Yeah, Rondo's underrated.
Yeah.
Ray Allen.
Yeah.
27-17.
Oof.
The game ended with Perkins had 5, Pierce had 5, Garnett had 5, Allen had 6. So let them do Hack a Shack. Go nuts. Go nuts. You get those guys out of the game.
100%, yeah. And with those guys, I'd probably,
Sheed had 4 fouls. He only played 19 minutes.
Jeez.
Shaq was destroying them. So I'm starting to, as much as I think LeBron didn't do what he needed to do to win this game, I'm putting a lot of this on Mike Brown.
I'm with you. The more you see his Cavs offense, Shaq definitely would have helped. Okay, now you're attacking. Oh, you're trying to get a foul? What was that?
That was
rewind that. Hit the back tap for a second. Got 5 seconds back there. Let me see how that worked out. Then close K, boom, boom. He just kind of threw that up there. I think he wanted a foul or something. No, he didn't ask for. Okay, he just kind of. That was the bad take.
He knew that was a bad play.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, definitely had a couple missed layouts, couple bad takes. Go boom, 2. Okay.
What is that?
Up there. He just kind of threw it up there.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it was low. Yeah.
Like not even close.
Yeah, no, that was bad. That was bad.
Now he's complaining for the foul.
Rondo, big game.
17 rebounds, 13 assists. Rondo was a beast. Let's be right. So respectfully, he got outplayed by Rondo.
I'm not gonna. Hey, shout out Rondo. He did.
He got outplayed by Rondo.
This is game 4. Yeah, I can see that. Hey, but that's. I don't think that. I mean, Rondo was again, like you said, super underrated.
Yeah, super underrated. But if
I'm not mad at that.
You're LeBron James. You can't get outplayed by Rondo.
I mean, for a game.
For a game,
it's a game. Happens to the best of them.
Moving screen on Perkins. Yep.
No, they called it.
Yeah, they called it. There's LeBron bad 3. Bonk.
Yeah. I'll say that's 9-point game in it. They're forcing up. Like, you got to kind of take a 3 at that time.
No, you don't. Not you.
9 point. You don't? I said you don't, but you'd like to hit a 3. You know what I mean? You also have Jameson. You get a better 3. You can get a better 3. The shot clock that they're going to hold it for 20. I'm surprised. Is that Allen? Allen, Pearson, KG didn't do too much in the fourth quarter at all.
No, well, because they all had 5 fouls. They were super. They weren't aggressive at all.
If this was the final, Rondo probably would have been Finals MVP for the series.
Yeah, probably. Mama saying, "What's up?" Yeah, you guys talk a lot. Oh, this is where they.
I mean, this game's over here.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah. And he misses those free throws. Yeah, there's got to be a confidence boost for the Celtics here to be able to win this game with those guys not having huge games.
Oof.
Ooh.
He misses
Oh,
both.
Michael Finley was on his Boston team too. I did not. I totally forgot. I think I just saw Michael Finley.
Yeah. I don't know how he misses both. That's just
He's supposed to be their one of
Yeah.
their better shooters too.
And then they foul. They make their 2 free throws, makes it a 10-point game.
Mo Williams ever have a good playoffs? He won a couple playoff runs. I can't. Yeah, I don't think it was just that guy.
Good. Never
great.
Never great. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I'd say Boopy Gibson probably had better games than
Right.
Mo. Pick it out. Oh, blocked.
Yeah, Mo.
So I don't know, man. Like in a
Man.
must win, it'll be interesting to see what happens it'll be interesting to see what happens when we watch game 5. But
There
that
you
game that game 4, I think you had a really bad job coaching by Mike Brown. And you know, when the game was close, when it was 2 4-point game, LeBron was jacking up bad, ill-advised threes. He was missing layups.
I also think the offense for Cleveland was just bad that fourth quarter. There wasn't a lot of movement.
Well,
Like,
whose responsibility is it to make it good?
Yeah, no, it's on LeBron.
Him. It's on him. Look,
LeBron.
but you know, everyone's gonna say, Fluent, man, you're picking on him. It was one game. Well, if it was one game in a year, if it was one game in a stretch, but it's always this one game followed by, well, let's see by the next game, because it's always a couple in a row, and that's the problem. It's always I feel like we're always giving him excuses like, oh, it was a bad game, it's a bad series, it was a bad matchup, oh, the defense. Well, respectfully, like all of these defenses throughout all the history of time focus on the best player, and you're the best player, so you got to figure it out.
No, I mean, I hear you. Again, that LeBron clearly isn't the LeBron from 2013. Now, I'll give you that. Like that 2009, 8, 10 LeBron, 11 LeBron is not. You can see the difference. Like you could put on this past playoff series where they lost to Denver. He played way better in the fourth quarters against Denver than, again, like this particular fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah.
All the fourth quarters in Denver, even at his advanced age, was way better. Like this was definitely, yeah.
Agreed.
No, I mean,
That's absolutely. So, but was there a chance? Could they have won this game?
Could they have won this game? I mean, if he made those shots, I still think like Jameson needs to make a shot.
Could they have won this series?
I still think this Boston team was just better. Maybe if Shaq played more. I'm not like the more I see, I want to see the other games. Maybe if Shaq played more. Again, Anthony Parker, Jameson missed open threes. LeBron had a couple missed layups. Mo Williams had a couple takes. Like LeBron missed shots and didn't play well, but his teammates were missing shots too.
In a 4-point game, and this is maybe this is basketball 101, so I apologize for those who are going to say this, but in a 4-point game, when your best player is bricking wide open threes that he shouldn't even be taking at that point in his career, missing layups, guess what happens if he makes a shot? Everybody, and now it's a 2-point game or it's a tie game, everybody's confidence starts to boost. Everybody starts to play better. And as crazy as it sounds, you can watch enough basketball, you'll see if LeBron makes, again, he shouldn't have shot, but let's say he makes that 3, makes that layup, they're now up 1. I guarantee you, Mo Williams starts to make his shots. I guarantee you.
You know, I could get with doing that, because even whether they're playing at the Park or YMCA, when your best player is hitting it, you're like, all right, he sends you the ball, you're feeling
everything feels more loose, right? It's like, oh,
real.
he's on, right? Like he's gonna be. We're good. So we'll watch game 5 next week. Only because we started because of you an hour late. I normally would have called everybody up for hour 2. I'm not going to do that. We're going to call it a night. However, remember to check out, send the super chats, become a member. I'm going to give a bunch of cool stuff. I'm going to go change it. I like that idea of like draw for shirts, draw for money.
Yeah.
So tier 2 guys get the hundo, and then tier 3 custom shirts. I like that.
Yeah, customers will be interesting.
Well, you changed your name. Why are you not Old Man Carter anymore? Or Old Head Carter.
Oh no, I mean sometimes it's like it's not saved. I feel like I just have my name old dude. Sometimes I feel like this comes up. I don't know.
Well,
when
if you're not going to have it up, you don't get a name. Take it out.
there it is.
Do you have a headline? No.
No, shit. Maybe add a headline to it.
Yeah, I have. What do I have? Oh, because when I'm a guest, like on other shows,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll do a CEO of Sports Film Media.
Gotcha. Get the plug in.
When I'm like when I go on like I do like a lot. I do some ESPN radio, and it sounds so much better when they're like, "We're here with Sports Fluent himself, the CEO of Sports Fluent Media," and they're always like, "What can we call you? Do we call you Tony K? Do we call?" I go, you can call me Tony K. I said everybody calls me Fluent. Oh, all right, Fluent up. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about what's going on in the and I'm like, oh well.
They ask you about the Bears.
As CEO,
Bears, how about behind there?
My Bears. I only get basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about my Bears and some football. I actually was talking with. Do you follow football?
Of course.
Okay, I don't know. I was watching.
I did the whole football show with J-Rob too. When
you do?
I was right. Yeah. Press box. We were winning the debate league too in football. We was killing it, and boy got robbed near the end. But we know what happened.
Oh, I honestly, I did.
Oh yeah, we were in the football streets.
I had no idea.
I'm a Peyton Manning guy. He was a long time. Peyton Manning was better than Tom Brady because the whole team thing. And Tom Brady just he just made a case that was so unbearable. It's like
you can make the argument from a skill perspective.
Yep.
But
I still go back and forth in the value people give to Super Bowls to quarterbacks. It's just so because we talk about basketball as a team sport. Football is like there's guys who don't play the other half ever, right? Like there's only so much one guy can control. You could be the greatest quarterback ever, but if you have a bad offensive line, you're gonna lose. I don't care who you are. You could be, the kid of Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, whatever, like a perfect quarterback. You're gonna lose with a bad offensive line. If your defense is ranked 30th in run stopping, whatever, you're gonna lose. There's nothing you can do.
It's in production matters. Winning matters. Winning does typically fall on kind of the quarterback's, resume. But I don't know that people put too much stuff on Super. Like I think everyone has Dan Marino in their top 10, and he went to one Super Bowl like as a rookie and lost.
I've heard the Dan Marino disrespect gets critical. I'm actually really high on Dan Marino. I think you put him on a lot of great teams. He wins a couple. I've heard people say Eli Manning's better than Dan Marino. That's what I'm like. Stop it. That's right. Just because he got those 2 Super Bowls, it's like come on.
Eli Manning is a mid quarterback. He shouldn't even be in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. I'm in the Eli Manning should not be in the Hall of Fame, but the fact that he beat Brady, the last name.
That's the thing. We want to make it a one-on-one. Oh, he beat Brady.
Exactly. That's what it is, right?
Let's be clear. He played phenomenal on those runs and in those Super Bowls. But it was the defense that shut down the Patriots offense, which is why they won. And 2 spectacular plays.
Amazing all-time plays.
Spectacular plays.
The Victor Cruz catch. Man, still remember that one. So but like I said, those runs, he was amazing during those runs. I'll give him that. Like he was actually phenomenal.
But your career, and this is why I say his career is based on 2 playoff runs. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but what did he do the rest? Well, the rest of the years he was 500. He had, I believe, the same amount of touchdowns as interceptions. Like he wasn't anything special other than his last name is Manning.
The Manning last name definitely helped him there. It's also, I just think like with playoffs, it's
if you want to put him
short sample size. It's such a small sample size.
If you want to put him ahead of guys who didn't have 2 great runs, cool. But I would say if I look at him and Jim Kelly's
way better. I don't even think it's close.
Jim Kelly's a better quarterback.
Jim Kelly is one good kicker and like a couple breaks going his way from being a 2-3 time Super Bowl, and like his whole narrative changes.
But that's what I'm saying. Does winning that Super Bowl, I guess you have to win one.
Are we really blaming him for the Scott Norwood miss? Like that's just like, come on. Like how is that on him? I guess he could have scored a touchdown. Sure, he could have scored the touchdown. Fine, I get that. Did he get hurt in the fourth Super Bowl? He got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt in that fourth one.
Yeah.
What happened the second or third? I forgot what happened the second.
Frank Wright, I think, makes the early run in the first. That's the Tennessee.
That one. See that one, and one was the blowout, right? One was just a huge blowout. That they
against the Giants.
Like they just got blown out. Bad day to have a bad game. Yeah,
but I think he's better. But I was going to say. So
I think Kurt Warner's better. Kurt Warner to me is a better quarterback, without a doubt.
Talking to Adam Rank, and so I think we might have him come on like Floon and Chill and do like some fantasy football. We might, I don't know. I don't know. It's just football doesn't seem like people want to talk football until the season's on, and then once the season's on, that's all they want to talk about. So we'll see.
Yeah, but fantasy football in itself is a whole different world. Like I think the other thing is like fantasy football, just like might be bigger than like the NHL in America. Just in general, you know what I mean?
You play fantasy football?
Oh yeah, fantasy football. Like
what do you
very competitive?
What do you think of my team? What do you think of my team?
Oh, put it up there.
So I've got.
What's your scoring? What's your scoring like?
PPR, just standard PPR.
Gotcha.
So I got Tua.
Quarterbacks are I know what you mean. Yeah.
I got Tua.
Yep.
Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
Zach Moss.
Okay, I'm not fan.
I'm weak at running back. I admit.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
Justin Jefferson.
Yep. I mean, that's
Travis Kelce. Chris Godwin. Kickers don't matter, but I picked Dicker just so I could make jokes about his name.
Okay.
I stream my defenses, so I got the Saints this week. Then on my bench, I got Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
The Washington rookie QB.
Mm-hmm.
Chuba Hubbard.
Okay.
Tony Pollard, who I think is going to surprise a lot of people. I'm not playing him this week because he's in Chicago, and Chicago's run defense is going to be very good.
Yep.
Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
And Dallas Goedert. So my receivers, just to recap,
Jefferson was your first pick, right? You picked him fourth overall, third overall, something like that, or seventh,
I
eighth?
had the ninth pick.
9. You fell to 9. Okay, that's a good pick at 9. It's a good pick at 9.
So I have Jefferson, Diggs, Godwin, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah,
super strong at wide receiver. I'm going to probably have to trade one of them for some running back help. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
but I had to go. The wide receivers that were available were so much better than I wasn't going to reach and take a running back that just
that's the thing though. Like when I build my fantasy teams and we've looked at like the past, how teams are won a lot of the time. I think running backs are the most consistent position for the most part because they get their touch. They're going to get starting running backs will get 15 to 20 carries. If they're dual threat, they'll get their 7 to 8 targets. And in PPR, I always want to build through running backs because you know what I mean. It's such easy points with those catches, the carries. So strong running backs and wide receivers. The thing is that, and again, if you notice, if you sports bet, Justin Jefferson could have the best matchup in the league. He's going to have that week where he goes for 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. But he's going to have that week where he goes for 40 yards.
Do you know how many of the top 10 running backs in PPR last year were drafted in the top 15 running backs?
How many of them were drafted in the top?
Yeah, of the running backs who finished top 10 last season. Yeah. Do you know how many of them were drafted as a top 15? So one of the first 15 running backs taken off the board.
Okay, I couldn't tell you that. 3. I mean,
you have to take chances on late round running backs and play the waiver wire because someone's going to get hurt. It's the running back.
Yeah. The backup running back obviously comes in. They're going to get the numbers too.
Someone else will emerge.
Yeah, that's also flawed when like that pick because that takes everyone, right? That takes like everyone who's playing, like whether that number would come from like the ESPN or Yahoo Sports. Like they look at all the draft. Yeah. There's also difference between like guys playing, $10 league, $20 league with their friends versus we have one like obviously we got older. We're like it's $1,000 buy-in. So like everyone like studies, but you know what I mean. So it's like that's not happening. Like those running backs are take boom, 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 boom. Like those mistakes don't happen as much, but I get it though. I get it.
No, it wasn't. It's not mistakes. It's that you don't know. Like for example,
were they injury? Like was it an injury thing?
Yeah. Well, there was injuries, but also
I know. Yeah, like Cleveland. I mean the Browns running back.
Yeah, of course.
He
That
got
was
hurt. Yeah, the
he got
backup
hurt.
came in.
But so there's
Yeah.
stuff like that where he gets hurt, and now you're kind of thrown
Yeah.
into this.
I think
this whole-
Saquon too had a rough down here with injuries too.
Saquon was a surprise, but like I'll use Tennessee for example, or Cincinnati.
Mm.
I took Moss and Pollard. I took because it was at the end, like
Yeah.
in late rounds, and I'm like, I need a couple of more.
Yeah.
And I took them but I was like, because they're going to be starters week 1.
Mm-hmm.
But there's guys waiting. There's guys coming. There's guys that are hurt and coming off injury. Those two, as an example, I don't expect them to be on my roster by the end of the season because I think they're going to be someone else is going to take over their role. And so, the draft is one thing. It's important to a certain extent, but you don't win in the draft.
100%. No, you don't.
You win as the season goes on. So that's where I'm like, I always struggle with wide receivers and tight ends, and so I'm like, I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to have a solid receiving core of receivers and tight ends. I think Kamara's actually going to have a really good season. I think
Kamara, especially because he's a pass catching running back too.
Yeah.
Like there was a year where he was getting 8 to 10.
So if I have a combination of, like I said, Tony Pollard, Moss, and Hubbard, and I'm like, I got to find one, right? Like in waivers, I'm gonna scour and find that my RB2.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna find my RB2 somewhere. And hey, you never know. Tony Pollard had a down year last year in Dallas. They paid him like a starter, $8 million to go to Tennessee. He's taking over the role of kind of Derrick Henry.
He's getting all the touches. He'll get all the touches. So I like that. The volume will be there.
So I'm like, he might be that one, that surprise guy that goes off. I like a Zach Moss too, who's going to be the starter in Cincinnati now. He's not going to be not so much on third down. Unfortunately, he's not a great pass catcher, but in that offense where they have a bunch of receivers, I think he's taking over again the role of Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon every single year, top 10 running back in fantasy.
Yeah.
So I might get lucky. If I get lucky on both.
I will say week to week.
Lucky on one. I only need to get lucky on one.
That's true. You have to get lucky on one running back. He can 100%. Like the best year I ever had in fantasy football was Zeke's rookie year. That year I had Zeke. I think it was David Johnson. And I just had 3 elite running backs. And Kamara. It was crazy. Because no one expected Zeke to be that good, right? My best year ever. It was literally like, so I had 3 running backs who every week were giving me crazy consistency. But I will say, I think streamlining wide receivers, especially the wide receiver 2s to 3, for me, I found more optimal because you could find the guys who just have those. Say you're looking at
more of them, right? Like you don't.
Yeah, exactly. There's more of them, and if you look at matchups, like the second cornerback, look at matchups. There's always a wide receiver every week that has that random three catches for 120 yards, right? They have that miss big play. They get you that touchdown bonus. So to me, again, waiver wire picking up wide receivers based on matchups. Like let's say when Minnesota goes to when the Vikings go to the number 1 worst pass defense this year. Who's that going to be this year? I'm trying to think.
But see, that's why I went with my guys that I did, because even if Justin in PPR specifically, even if Justin Jefferson doesn't have a big game, he's going to get 15 targets. He's going to get 10.
He might get all the targets this year.
Yeah, he's going to get 8 to 10 receptions. Garrett Wilson. Who else is Aaron Rodgers going to throw to?
No, it's going to be Garrett Wilson.
It's going to be Garrett Wilson. So he's going to get
their running back. Brees Hall is going to get like 7-8 targets too.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. Trust me. If Brees Hall was available at 9, I would have taken Brees Hall. But there's no way he was falling to 9 or Bijan Robinson or something. Sure,
Bijan I love too. He was going first.
At 9. At 9 the running backs are gone that you're going to take in the first round. And my league went running back heavy, so I had to go with, knowing that I was drafting 9. I had to go kind of counter to their heavy running back. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go heavy wide receiver. Who else did I say was my wide receiver? I forgot. But yeah, Garrett Wilson. Oh, Stephon Diggs. You think Stephon Diggs is no longer a number 1 receiver? You're nuts.
He has to share the ball. That's the thing with Diggs that people worried about is he has to share the ball, right?
But he's my flex.
I mean, yeah, he's your flex. That's one. I'll be interested to see how many targets he's averaging a game.
If Stephon Diggs is your flex receiver with CJ Stroud, and granted Nico Collins and him, but I still think Diggs is going to get the targets. I
mean, there's Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Stephon Diggs.
Who do you think is going to get the targets?
Man, the way those boys were playing last year, I get it. Stephon Diggs is the biggest name. He's the biggest name.
He's going to get the targets. So again, as my flex.
Yeah, that's
my
flex. But don't like Kelsey to me. To me, this year the best tight end is going to be Kyle Pitts. I'm so big on Kyle Pitts this year with Kirk Cousins there.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I think that Falcons team is a top 5 offense. I just think that Falcons team with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, and Kirk. They had Desmond Ridder throwing the ball. They put up some decent numbers. You could have Kirk Cousins who's coming off injury, but even a 70% Kirk Cousins, again, you could say all about his playoff drop and this and that. Kirk Cousins, the regular season, is a baller. Okay, he puts up numbers. Right? He might not have been he might not have been a winning quarterback, but he's a phenomenal fantasy quarterback.
I got such a steal on Kelsey. I was like, all right, I don't, because I've actually streamed tight ends in the past too, and I'm like, so that's why I said this year, if I can get out of that, if I can just stream, even like kickers, I'm not even.
Unless you get a top 5 tight end, you're streaming tight ends. Unless you get like a Laporta, Kelsey.
Exactly. So I got Kelsey as the fourth tight end, or fourth or fifth tight end off the board, late round, and like I said, so now all I really have to worry about streaming defense. Cool, I do that every year, anyways. Yeah. So if I don't have to worry about streaming
defense, annoying. I lost the championship one year because the defense got 40 points. It's so stupid. I'm like, when the defense scores 40 points, you lose. You're just not beating them. You're not beating a team when their defense gets you 40 points. It's just
I've actually thought about dropping
the defense. Yeah, I've seen leagues do that.
Defense and kickers.
Yeah, no, because it's so sure you could predict things, but there's too much variance. 100%.
No, just because no one cares. Like, no offense, no one cares. I was in a league that we had defense, and you had to take an individual defensive player too, and I was just like,
"Oh, that's different. I never done that. Yeah,
it's too much. It's too much. All right, I gotta go to bed.
Sleep time. You don't gotta wake up early tomorrow, though, or do you? I don't know.
No, thank God.
I was gonna say you can sleep in.
2010 Eastern Conference Final Game 5 recap tonight. No, we did Game 4. Game 5 is next week. Yeah, or I guess it is tomorrow now. It is. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
Yeah. With that being said, Jalen, go to sleep.